Guys, so today I've got another get ready with me, and this one is super duper fun. It's bright colors and they remind me a lot of sunset, so I hope you guys will enjoy this video, and let's jump straight into it. So first of all, of course, I'm going to apply a primer. This one is really glowy and I like it when I'm especially using bold colors on my eyes because I want my skin to look really radiant and healthy. And of course, I like to use my Loreal Lumi magic as well and just buff this all over my skin. I don't like it to look like I'm wearing a ton of heavy makeup. I just like it to look very natural and luminescent. And this foundation is awesome at that. Then of course I'm going to place an eyeshadow primer all over my eyes, especially since I do want some bold colors on my eyes. You want to have a base so they don't go on unevenly and so they just blend really easily together. And then I'm going to apply a neutral eyeshadow on there as well. Again, just to do the same thing to make sure that the colors go on there as seamless as possible. Going to see me bake underneath my eyes, on my nose area, and on my forehead, and as well underneath where I'm going to contour. I like to bake these areas because I don't have any concealer at the moment, and it just really highlights those areas without having to use concealer, and it also just sets my makeup in place so I don't have to use another powder on top of that. And then I'm just going to take a cream blush and I'm going to apply this on with my fingers just so I have a lot of control and I can place it on the back of my cheeks mainly. And this is a really stunning color. I think it's called Fetish. I'll have to check and I'll put it down in the down bar because I'm not 100% sure, but I really love it. It's a stunning color. And then I'm going to take this E.L.F. peach blush and just place that on top just to set that cream blush. Next, it's time to bronze up my skin, and I've been loving to apply this eyeshadow as a bronzer. It's from ColourPop and it's incredible, and I like to use it almost like a cream bronzer. And I really like to blend this all over. It's super natural looking on my skin and I love it. It's just the perfect shade. I even decided to contour with this darker contour color from the BH palette, and then I decided to clean it up a little bit with a clean brush because all the colors were looking a little bit harsh. So I just blended it out gently with a brush, as you will see in a little bit, just to make it look a lot more seamless. Took my BH palette, which I love for really defining my brows, and I put this on. This is such an amazing product. I love it. Can't stress that enough. It is awesome. decided to just place this yellow tone shade from a Wet n Wild palette in my crease just because I wanted to do something really bold and fun. So I applied this really pale yellow and I just applied it in the crease, like I said, back and forth, blending it. But I wasn't really happy with it, so I went on top of it with another yellow from this LA Colors palette. It's a little bit brighter, and I just kind of blended that on top of it as well, just to make it a little bit more intense. When I was satisfied with the yellow shade, I went back into the Wet n Wild palette and I took this orange shade, which I absolutely adore, and I went into the area below my crease. So right below that yellow shade, I placed this orange shade on there, and I still wanted some of the yellow to peek through. That's why I applied it directly below the yellow. And again, you're just going to blend this back and forth, kind of creating like a halo effect, but just being kind of messy with it. And once again, I'm going to take another color. I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to take a pink shade because I was really inspired to do a sunset inspired look. And I took that pink shade from the LA Colors palette and I just placed this on top of the orange. And again, I just blended it back and forth until I was satisfied with the amount of pink on there. But I felt like I got a little too carried away with the pink since it was, you know, on a bigger blending brush. It got a little bit more blown out. So I went back into the orange and I went back into that smaller blending brush. And again, I just blended that onto my eye. And I really love how it all blended together. Sometimes blending does take a lot of work, but I really love the color combination that it came up with. It was just a beautiful, kind of like tropical, fun shade, and I really adore it. Then I decided to go back into that yellow and just place this in the very center of my eyelid, but the brush that I used was not picking up the pigment very easily, so I did have to apply it on there a couple of times just to get the effect that I wanted. But I really love how it looked once it was on there. It just really pulled the whole look together and made the center of my eyelid pop. And then I went back into the pink. I felt like I wanted to add a bit more pink, and I just put this underneath my lower lash line and blended it out quite far because I wanted it to be really smudgy and smoky looking. And then I went into a nude lip pencil and just aligned the outline of my lips as well. And I went back to my eyes. I went into an eyeliner. This one is a taupe one, and I lined around my eyes. I really need to sharpen this pencil because it was poking my eyes, but I couldn't find my sharpener. And I was determined to use an eyeliner because I haven't used an eyeliner in forever. So that's why it looks like I'm kind of poking myself in the eye, because I really was. I was scratching my eyeball, which is never fun. And then I just took a brush and I blended it out because I wanted it to look a little bit more smoky looking. After that, I did apply a little bit of mascara, but I felt like it clashed too much with the yellow, so I decided to add a little bit of a black eyeliner just to, you know, make it a little bit more bold and make my lashes stand out even more and just pull the whole look together. And after I smudged that on there, I actually took a brush as well and I just smudged it out even more because I wanted it to look super smoky and blended and just really effortless, and I didn't want it to look harsh at all. So after I blended that on, I went ahead and I applied even more mascara because I felt like my lashes needed to be really bold. Then I took this shimmering champagne shade and I placed it in my inner corner highlight, and I really love how it looked. It just really amped up the look. That was my husband being an idiot, and I'm leaving that in. I'm leaving that in. Okay, anyway. So then I put this primrose color on, but I thought it was too cool toned, so I decided to add another color on top of that, and I took this Lover's Coral shade on top of that, but it was too sheer and it didn't add enough pigment. So after I added that, I again decided to add another lip color, which is this L'Oreal shade, and it's a bright cherry red. And I just added this to my lips, and it was a lot of product, but it was so I could get the perfect color that I wanted. And there, now my dog's talking. Everyone wants to talk in this video. Okay, hello Dodo. And as for my outfit, I just wore this floral top, which I love. I got it from Target. And then I wore these jeans, which are some of my favorite, to be honest. And I wore some heels from Madden, which are awesome. They have spikes on them. I put my hair up in a plait, and then I put it up in a bun as well. And I don't know if you can tell that there's a braid in the back of my head, because I didn't do a very good job, but I did try and French braid it. And of course I added some jewelry, the snake ring, and this necklace that I really, really love. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!